Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com. What a day in the markets today. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 25th, Wednesday of April. And let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk a little bit what happened with the markets today. Caterpillar was not the cat's meow today. Caterpillar basically started off the sell-off in the markets today. I always tell my folks in my trading room, let's keep an eye on some of the big names after their earnings come out for the conference calls. And here you see, courtesy of who is this? Earnings Cast at 11 o'clock. Caterpillar was on their conference call, and if here's the link, and then if you clicked on this, you can actually listen to the conference call. Well, I'm busy trading. I don't have time to listen to the actual conference call, but I do have a news service that will pick up little tidbits from the conference call. And here's exactly what Caterpillar said. Caterpillar was making new lows currently on the conference call. This courtesy of the trade exchange built for traders by traders. This is a very seasoned group of news folks, and they know what to look out for. They know the news that's going to make the markets move. And here's exactly what Caterpillar said on their conference call. Caterpillar expecting quarter one at high watermark for the year. All right. And that was at 11:57 when Caterpillar said that. And I'll show you the markets in a moment. And as you can see, the reversal here in Caterpillar. Now, they came out with the earnings. The stock popped up. Nice pop in the pre-market on those earnings, and then after they made those comments, the stock sold off. It spooked the market. The SPY came down. The SPY now back below the 50 SMA, but still above the 200 SMA. So are the bulls going to come in and show up here again and protect us from breaking this downside 200, or are they going to give up the 200 SMA here and push us back down? The VIX, just wanted to show you that real fast. The VIX did pop a little bit. We're still under that 20 mark here on the VIX, but a little bit of a push in the VIX today. So a little fear coming into the fear gauge for the markets today. What's kind of else is setting off the markets is the 10-year. All right, we are getting up here at 3%. I'll show you this on the weekly chart. You can see it a little bit better. Now, these are in percents, okay? So we're just under, so 30 actually means 3%. So on the TNX, we are moving up. And when the TLT, all right, when the TLT is moving down, here's the daily chart for the TLT. When you see the TLT moving down, that means the rates are moving up. So that's another thing that spooked the markets today was the TNX, moving back up near that 3 spot. So rate worries, inflation fears, Caterpillar saying it was the high watermark. We also, we had earnings come out from Google, a lot of stuff coming out with good earnings. Google came out with very good earnings, but there's the whole Facebook overhang on Google, and as you can see, that stock popped up and then sold off for the rest of the day. Actually, the earnings came out last night, all right, so they ticked it up and then sold it off, and then they continued to sell it off today. So companies, maybe the good news of the earnings is maybe that's baked into the cake, so we're getting a lot of sell the news right now. Let me go ahead and bring over Bitcoin right now because that's going to have a lot to do with our stocks to watch list. Bitcoin popping tonight thus far, or just under 10,000 on Bitcoin. You see, we've come from about that 6,000 spot all the way up to the 10,000 spot on Bitcoin. So I'm going to show you some stocks that are on our watch, and let me bring over the futures for you right now. A slight bump in the overnight futures at the moment. It's about 8:10 Eastern Time, my time, 8:10 p.m. Eastern Time. So the Dow futures up 33, S&P futures up 3, NASDAQ futures up about 6. We have a long way to go before we get to the open, though, for tomorrow. So that's some of the information that came out. So, there's a little bit of fear now building up in the market. Today we were going long, short. We were all over the place in the room and making money. We shorted NVIDIA today at 2 227 break, all right, on Nvidia, and this thing moved all the way down to 219. So we got a beautiful short in Nvidia. We also played Tivix, which is a play on volatility. Got in this one at 745, and the thing moved all the way up to 850. So in a beautiful trade there on Tivix. We were also playing some bounces. Today we played a bounce in Square, we played a bounce in Facebook, we played a bounce in Twitter today. So we were getting some bounces in some of the names today as the market kept selling off, but we got some nice plays to the long side too. So we were going long, short, doing a little bit of everything today at ZozoStockWatch.com. Let me go get into some of the news that came out after the bell. All right, so we had some more earnings come out after the bell. We had iRobot, IRBT, earnings per share, revenue beat, IRBT. That stock popped up, then gave back the gains. Amgen had an earnings per share, revenue beat. Amgen, that stock popped up, moving down in the after hours. SGMO came out with an offering. SGMO, 200 million on the offering there. That stock selling off in the after hours. Wynn Resorts, earnings per share beat, revenue miss. So WYNN, once again, stock popped up, selling off in the after hours. Texas Instruments. Now this is a semiconductor name. Maybe this is what saves the semis for tomorrow. That stock holding popped up, had a Texas Instrument beats by 10 cents, beats on revenue. That stock moving up and holding the gains. Texas Instrument holding the gains. Cree beat by 3 cents but missed on the revenue for Cree. That stock popped up and holding the gains. So are the semis going to come in and save the day here for the market? We'll take a deeper look at the semis SMH in a moment. Amgen, by the way, their numbers were beat by 22 cents, beat on revenue. After that, we also had Hawaiian Holdings, an airline. They beat by 30 cents, beat on revenues. HA, nice pop, and holding the gains on HA, Hawaiian Airlines. Let's see, what else do we have? We had DDR came out with earnings. DDR, they beat by 3 cents. The stock popped up, pulling back a little bit. iRobot with earnings. Their earnings were beat by 19 cents, beat on revenue. iRobot, like I said, it popped up, pulling back though. COF, earnings per share beat, revenue miss. That's Capital One Financial. That stock moving down in the after hours. SVU Super Value announces agreement to sell leaseback. So SVU moving up in the after hours on SVU. What else do we have? We also have the crude oil inventories. The API crude information came out after the bell around 4:30. We had a build in crude oil of over 1 million barrels there. So USO not down too much. I think we closed at around 1369. So we're just kind of holding that level on the USO. And then Mankind had some news. Let's see, the FDA just released a letter to Mankind stating that the REM is no longer required for Afrezza. FDA basically saying benefits outweigh risks after 4 years of monitoring. That was a tweet out there. And so Mankind was popping strong in the after hours and kind of basing here right now. So this is one that'll be on watch for tomorrow, MNKD. We'll go through our complete list in a moment. Let's see, Costco Wholesale Corporation announces an increase in quarterly cash dividend. That's Costco. So congrats to the Costco long-termers. You're going to get an increase in your dividend. Herbalife, HLF, is no longer going to be Herbalife. They're going to be Herbalife Nutrition. They're changing their name, and they're doing a 2-for-1 stock split on HLF. So changing the name to Herbalife Nutrition and doing a stock split. So a little bit of a tick up there in Herbalife. And then we had a NWE came out with earnings. SMBK had earnings. As you can see here, Bitcoin moving up about 8% in the after-hour session tonight on Bitcoin. All right, so let's go ahead and get through some of the stocks that we're going to have on watch. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep it short and sweet tonight. I have a few stocks I'm going to be watching. This ATOS was moving up the last few days. They just did a reverse split. It seems stocks with reverse splits are getting pops here and there. So this did a 1 for 12 reverse split, and so the stock popped up relatively, holding some of the gains today. So I'll keep this one on watch. ATOS. Another one I'm going to watch is CDMO, small little biotech, 1.6 million shares, just under this $4 area. I'll have that on watch. CERC, a little bit light in the volume, only 265,000 shares, but is starting to turn the corner here and get over the 50 SMA on CERC. That'll be on watch. CRE with that nice pop. Maybe there'll be a continuation move on CREE for tomorrow. Like I said, they had their earnings and a nice move up there. EVLV. Now there's news maybe with Amazon is interested in this company, specialty retail EVLV. It popped up today. You see the volume that came in. So we'll see if there's a possible intraday play on that. EYPT, big, strong relative volume today, 1.9 million. Now a bit extended for sure here, just under the $2, but maybe a red to green. In the after hours, it did get above $2, so that one will be on watch. Fitbit, I know what I wanted to show you. So Fitbit, they had some call activity in the name. This also courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. So Fitbit, May 6 call activity. So Fitbit actually holding up today on this down day. Also, Hertz had call activity, so that's another one I'm going to be watching. That's on my watch list. So here's Fitbit turning the corner here a little bit. Don't know if it's going to, move up that well tomorrow, but I'll keep an eye on it on FIT. Like I said, I had some call option, unusual call activity in Fitbit, and then the other name was Hertz. All right, so relatively speaking to the market, this one held up pretty well for today. So Hertz will be on watch for tomorrow. That small stock, Fred, a retailer, turning the corner here, starting to get over the 50 SMA, just shy of 1 million shares. You see down here the RSI starting to get back above the 50 spot on the RSI. So I'll keep an eye on Fred. Maybe we'll get a continuation move. You're probably going to laugh at this one, but GE actually was green today, General Electric, and so I'm going to have General Electric on watch for tomorrow. All right, held up, a lot of backing and filling on GE, but if you look at the daily where it quiets things down, we are above the 50 SMA, back above the 5 EMA. Still a lot of work to do on General Electric, but it was actually up today. HA, like I said, had earnings after the bell, so doing pretty well after hours, so maybe this one will make a move. Hertz we spoke about. Leads. 5.6 million shares came into the stock. Nice pop, nice move up. This one will be on watch. Not an easy intraday trader, but we'll have it on watch. Mara with Bitcoin moving up. Mara moving up in the after hours tonight, so maybe that one will give us a setup. Mankind with that news that I just read to you before with that pop, so Mankind will be on watch. MYO, 1 million shares came into MYO today, right under that $4 area. So MYO will be on watch for tomorrow. RSYS, Computer Systems, a little bit light in the volume. It's an under $1 name, so this one will be on watch. Had a high today of 79 cents. Maybe if it gets over that 80 cents, we might get a continuation move. Volume can always come in. Right now, a little bit light in the volume, but we'll keep it on watch. SPXU, now these are inverses, so if the market's going to continue to move down, I'll have SPXU on watch. Kind of, you can pick your poison here. SDS also could be one that you want to watch, or the TZA also might be worth watching if the market's going to continue on its downward move here. TIVX, we traded TIVX in the service today, so I'll have TIVX on watch again for tomorrow. In case that wants to give us another trade. Another strong stock is this TEUM. I was telling the room how this one was holding up relative strength. So we had a high today of 280. In the after hours, it's kind of ticking up a little bit, TEUM. So we'll have this one on watch. All right, so that's the watch list. By the way, the RSI on this name is back above that 50 spot on the RSI. So definitely some good strength above the 50 SMA, back above the 10 SMA. So back above all the fast moving averages in this one, TEUM. All right, so that's the watch list for tomorrow. This is Mike from ZozoStockwatch.com. Everybody have a good, safe day trading tomorrow. Listen, cut back on those swing trades right now. The market is just not giving us a lot of swing trades, so hold off. Stay cash as a position for swing trades, but for day traders, a great market out here right now for day trading. So gotta love it. Have a great night, everybody. This is Mike from ZozoStockwatch.com.